What's crackalacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here, and welcome back to another investment video around the new potential player of the month. Now, after Man City and Man United drew, Aguero kind of feels like he's out of the running, so it feels like it's a two-horse race between Benteke and Son. Now, Crystal Palace play tomorrow, so this is why it's so important. We have a look at Benteke, we find out what he needs to do in that game. Potentially even just a goal could be enough for him. But if he does bag that goal, where do we want to be investing? What do we want to be picking up? So at the moment, his cheapest inform card on the market is 76,000 coins. Now, this could be a bargain because not only could it be required, but people are going to expect it to be required just because EA have made that a requirement for the last few. So if we have these cards, we can expect to see a significant rise on these players leading up to the announcement of Player of the Month. We've also got to think about his nationality. So he's Belgian. We've got to think of high-rated Belgium cards, and we're not going to look at informs because we are way too late to the party here. Inform prices for Belgium cards have already gone through the roof. We're just going to be taking too big a gamble if we go for those kind of players. Instead, we want to look at players like Courtois. Now, why is Courtois so good? Well, he's an 89 rated, so not only does he fit into this SBC potentially, he can be used for hundreds of other squad builder challenges. He plays for Chelsea, which is in the Premier League, which could have an SBC around it itself. And on top of that, it's one of the teams that Crystal Palace played this month and Benteke scored against. So it's going to be a very, very safe option for us to pick this guy up for multiple reasons. We've got loads of different Belgium cards we can think about. The likes of Nainggolan, who's dropped quite a lot in price. Not quite as high as Courtois is going to be the disappointment there. We do have Carrasco's 84 rated card. Just think slightly outside the box. Pick up all of these high rated cards, Lukaku, etc., etc. Build yourself a solid Belgium team, or choose one or two players and simply pick them up for investments. Then we want to look at Benteke's previous clubs. So before he came to Crystal Palace, he played for two teams in the Belgium League, which were Genk and Standard. Then he went on loan for a little bit. Then he went to Aston Villa and Liverpool. So if we were to look for any Aston Villa special cards, we're going to find that I think maybe we've got the Irish special card. We've got quite a few, as you can see here. So where is the harm in picking up these kind of special cards just in case they're needed? We could have a full championship squad required that also needs you to have special cards, maybe even one from Aston Villa. Now, the risk with that is I don't really think there's many clubs, many informs from Aston Villa, which is why I'd probably spread it out to special cards. Pick them up at discard value, and we literally have no kind of risk. Now, we can do exactly the same for Liverpool, except for you're not going to get a Liverpool inform card for discard value. There's some that are cheaper than others, but it covers a little bit more risk with it, as I said before. We've got the likes of Movember Henderson. Could be used. If they need one special card, one non-rare gold, non-gold card, we've got Movember Henderson, which is extremely cheap. We've also got the likes of Milner's inform cards, which are still fairly cheap. We might as well throw a bid on that one while we're here. No, we won't. We've got, who else do we have here that's fairly cheap? Not the likes of Birthday Sturridge. Mane's, a lot of them out there. We've got Scream Matip, fairly cheap again. We've got loads of options, basically. We've also got the same kind of scenario when we move on to the Belgium League and look at his previous club. So, with Genk, we've got quite a few special cards. Mainly, they are going to be your Team of the Knockout Stage and Man of the Match cards. There isn't a lot apart from that on this kind of category here. If we move over to his second team, though, Standard, we're going to have the problem of only having one special card. And it's going to be a massively inflated already Belgium goalkeeper. Now, if you're guaranteed that Benteke's going to make the Player of the Month award and you feel like this is good, even though it's inflated, there's still potential here, I feel. I mean, he's 81 rated, which isn't absolutely insane or anything like that. But not only is he a Belgium inform, which could be important, but he plays for Benteke's old club, which is pretty huge as well. So you cover two things with one investment, basically. He is maxed out at 65,000 coins, which is why these are all here. So people would be holding out for a price range increase. But if you're confident, then I can see this raising on hype, provided they increase the price caps attached to it. We've also got to look at the basics, the stuff they usually cover. So a high-rated Premier League team, the past opponents that they've played in the month, the ones that he's scored against. All of these kind of factors come into play as well here when we're looking at building a team, alongside the obvious, which is Crystal Palace. Where are we? A Crystal Palace team with an inform card. Now, Benteke's card's the obvious choice, but we do have other options here. We've got the likes of Zaha, which is fairly expensive. We've got Ledley's Movember card, We've got Saka's one to watch card. All of these could be included. And the good thing about these one to watch cards, especially the Saka one, is they're just so cheap at the moment that if they're required for any other SBC or anything like that, then you're covered both ways. He could even pick himself up in inform, so that's another reason you can invest there. There's not a massive amount of special cards in Palace apart from Benteke, but it's definitely something they could do because they like to throw massive curveballs. Like I said before though, guys, it isn't over. Anybody out of the two probably could still win Player of the Month, but we really need to start thinking about it. We need to know the investments we want to make. We want to be ready to pick them up as soon as he scores, or if he has a good game, or even before the game if you think he's nailed on now, which he, in my opinion, he is ahead of Son as it stands, and we need to get ahead of the rest of the market. Anyway, guys, going to end the video there. It's just a short one. I'll probably do the same kind of thing for Son if Benteke doesn't have a great game. If you guys like the video, of course, as well. Anyway, guys, if you did like it, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down with any other suggestions about Player of the Month that I might have missed or investments for Benteke. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.